S8. That's pocket watch and S8. But let me tell you this, that thing is nice though. Like, got it yesterday. I spent the day doing a little test drive, just around the city, running some errands, brother.
So how long is the battery life? Like in regards to like how many miles can you get per charge?
About 280.
Oh, that's
Yeah. And then where I work at, they offer one of the largest hubs of free charging stations like in the Pacific Northwest, and it's for employees only. So you can charge at work. My neighbor is also one of my coworkers.
Okay.
She said I can charge at her crib too if I needed to because she has a wall connector. So I'm excited. Listen, when I tell you that thing's a nice ride, it listen. So it has this thing called regenerative braking, where you essentially never ever you're never supposed to touch the brake for real while you're driving the car. So what happens is, like, if you take your foot completely off the gas, the car comes to a complete stop, my brother. That thing don't move. It is like stop. It is quiet. Ain't moving.
Oh, that's crazy.
Then you're just like, yo, but if you like press your foot all the way down, brother, when I say that thing's like a go-kart, so you kind of have to get used to having to kind of know the pressure of the driving, so that way your car doesn't just jolt you up like that, but you can because that thing gets to, brother, you just like tap your foot and you're already at 40.
I was about to say, how fast have you gone in it? Because you got some freeways. You got some access to some freeways.
I went 70.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay.
Yeah. But it's nice. The black on black has the purple accent lighting. So I changed the color of purple on the inside. So it's got like a purple accent lighting around it. It's got this, brother. It's like an iPad in there. That thing.
I've been in one before, and like it's
nice.
I'd get distracted very easily.
The thing is, you don't though. Like the drive is so easy because like it's doing a lot for you, and you can kind of the screen's so big. Like if you're you really need to see on the screen, real easy to get to. You need to change the AC. Big button, just scroll it, or a lot of things is like the auto settings in there, so it does a lot for you. It's nice. It doesn't have any stocks though, so like I changed I turn on the turning signals on the steering wheel.
Oh, so there's that with there, but you get used to it, right? Because I'm assuming you turn on like the windshield wipers on the screen.
Yeah. I got real used to it real fast.
Or does it detect rain and turn on by itself?
It does. It does have auto wipers, but I went ahead and turned them off. I think I'm just listen. That thing got the swiping yesterday, and I think because some debris or leaves fell on it, and I was like, yeah, no, this shit got me looking like I'm on the narcotic.
And then you can't take it to it can't go through a car wash, right? You have to wash it by hand.
You know what? I have to ask someone because I had the same exact question. I'm gonna ask the people in the app what they say.
Okay.
Because can't everybody wash that thing by hand? But if I got to, I will.
So because people were ruining theirs by taking it to the car wash. If I'm not mistaken, like there was a time when people were ruining their car.
Well, then, matter of fact, maybe I don't even need to know that. I might just wash it by hand anyway, the old-fashioned way. It's summertime.
Yeah, but I think they have like a special, like you have to wash it with their stuff. But don't quote me on that. We're talking about circles that I don't think I'll ever be in because I don't have bread like that. I'm poor.
I don't have bread. I got. Listen, it was a gift.
Hey, I like that.
It was a gift. Hey, I get around like the Tupac song says.
That's your response. It was a gift.
Listen. I might just start playing this. Come on. Hold on. Come on. Man, do I have it?
Oh, you gotta have it. It's a summer classic.
Come on. I got it.
What's up, Kyle?
Oh yeah.
This is what I might just start playing. Ladies and gentlemen, we back. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. to another episode of the Speak On It podcast. We are back. As always, I am, when you see this Nas fade, it can only be one brother, the good brother, Los D Mix. Of course, joined by my man, smoothest bald head on the East Coast, my brother, Danny Ocean. How we doing, my good man? How are we doing?
Oh, we live in the dream over here. You got a little tan. You look
That's what you see?
refreshed.
You see a tan?
Yeah, you look refreshed. You
Refresh.
look.
I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. I'm
Yeah,
feeling
yeah.
good.
You got the gold rings on. Like,
Nah, these ain't this. Listen, these. You know what I realized? I walked into a few, little Greek jewelry stores, and they have these, rings for not many euros. And I started seeing the ones where you can like spin them. And I tried one on, and I then realized that I may have some undiagnosed ADHD. And I started thinking about it. Yo, my sister, who's a nurse, always be saying she got ADHD. My brother, for sure, got diagnosed with it. I started thinking about it. Yo, it might be a little hereditary here.
it might be in there.
Because as soon as I started, I'm talking about as soon as I put each one of these on, when I tried them in individual stores, I just started spinning each one of them. So that's what I spend my time at my desk doing, or when I'm thinking, I just like spin these things around.
It's very boss like, right? It looks like there's a button underneath your desk where you can decide to let someone live or die.
Listen, I'm year 28. I am being a little bit more direct, but I'm also trying to be a little bit more diplomatic at the same time. I'm trying not to listen to in my planner. I wish I could find it. It's in my backpack. Actually, it's right here. Right here. My gratitude statement for this week, and I want to read it to you.
Okay.
My gratitude statement for this week, and can you read that?
I can't. My vision is terrible.
You can't read that? What does that say?
Hold on. See, it starts with an S.
Never mind. I'll read it out to you. I just want to show the camera. It says, sometimes you don't have to pop out and show.
Oh. I like that. I, too, have been working on like what I say to myself. So every morning I wake up with an affirmation for myself as well.
I listen, my brother. I got a card stack of affirmations that I've been flipping a new one each day. Listen,
it works.
It works. I feel good. I feel great. I can't believe that today was a good day, as Ice Cube would say. And Danny, I can tell you, today we got a show full of people who are having some great days when they look up on the 15th.
Amen to that.
Ladies and gentlemen,
let's just do it. Let's get right into it.
My man Danny is here to tell you who this pod is brought to him by, and then we're going to jump right into the NFL. And shout out to my guy Kyle. What's good, Kyle? Thanks for being here, my brother.
The show is brought to you by the good folks at GoingFor2.com. D, I think we have been talking about this deal for like the past, I feel like 2 months.
2 years, really. We've been seeing it on the horizon. We knew it was coming. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Jefferson has finally gotten the bag. Danny, 4 years, $140 million with 110 of them things guaranteed. Guaranteed. He gonna get that 110. Danny, this is the highest non-QB ever. Justin freaking Jefferson. Let me get your thoughts on this deal. Do you think it's a win-win for both sides? Obviously, Justin Jefferson's winning. So how do you think the Vikings are going to be looking at the team and their dynamic going forward? Give me your thoughts on the deal.
I think the funniest thing about this whole contract is this is the Jordan Poole deal, 4 years, 140. Like that's Jordan Poole's contract in the NBA. Like just a little bit of reference. No, it's a win.
Can we both agree that Justin Jefferson's football production has vastly outweighed Jordan Poole's NBA production, even with an NBA championship in that?
And that's why it's hilarious. Like the best receiver in the NFL is getting the money of a high-end role player in the NBA. But I would say the deal, like it's a win-win. Like when this deal is over, JJ McCarthy will be up for his big payday, which you would think is that's the goal, right? Like JJ's the guy. So the 4-year time mark, like it kind of goes in line. He's the highest paid receiver for now because Jamar Chase is going to get 145, and then CD is going to get like 147. But for as we live and breathe right now, and as we're talking, like he's the highest paid non-quarterback ever. And he's the best wide receiver in the NFL. I don't think there's anyone who would sit here and make an argument for someone else. And I'm a firm believer in when you have the best, you pay the best. What's your alternative?
Trade him and get massive assets.
But why? The NFC is weak.
So you
Like,
think
not to say that the Vikings are going to win the NFC, but I mean, hey, who are like the AFC is definitely stacked, but you got Green Bay, you got Detroit, you got Philadelphia, you got Dallas.
Wait,
And
hold
then
on. Wait. I know you ain't say Philadelphia.
Of course I did.
All right, I'm gonna let you get your shit off.
I'm just saying, right? Like, they're in the toughest division in the NFC, but you got to keep up with the Packers and the Bears. But yeah, even if you take the Eagles out, who are the contenders in the NFC? The 49ers, I think the Eagles, the Lions, the Packers, the Cowboys. There are
The
three.
Falcons. The Falcons.
And whoever wins the NFC South, like somebody got to win the NFC South. But if you're the Vikings, you can say to yourself, man, if we get hot and if JJ McCarthy is just okay, like maybe, just maybe, if things fall in our favor, we can make a run. So
who do you think is going to be a better team this year between the Vikings and the Rams? That's where I'm seeing the barometer is if I'm the Vikings.
I'm going to give the hat tilt to the Rams because they have Puka, Cooper, and granted, Matt Stafford's old, but Matt Stafford can still play. Like, I would give
Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison with not Kyle Rudolph, TJ Hawkinson going to come back.
True, but it's the guy throwing him the ball that's the issue. Like, I think Matt Stafford can make Puka and Cooper's life easier compared to JJ making that trio's life easier.
But don't you where is your belief in Kevin O'Connell being able to come in and mold JJ and really ask him to do a lot of what Kirk was doing, just make the throws that are necessary for Justin?
I mean, I have faith, but as a rookie, like, are we expecting him to have the kind of year that CJ Stroud had last year? I don't think so. I think that's extremely
What other
unrealistic.
rookie has better weapons than JJ McCarthy?
No one, but is JJ McCarthy as good as those other quarterbacks? Like, I don't think JJ McCarthy is that good, if I'm going to be frank with you. Like, I don't think like he can be okay. Like, he can be a tier above Daniel Jones, but is that saying much?
Y'all listen, Daniel. We gonna get some respect put on your name. Yeah, they gonna put some respect on your name.
All right. So let's say there's even if he is Kirk Cousins, like, we know that team ceiling with Kirk Cousins.
Hey, but true.
Like, I just want to know what the expectations for JJ McCarthy are, because I feel like a playoff.
JJ McCarthy is going to come in. He is going to throw passes, and I just hope that when he throws those passes in Lambeau Field, they're to Packers players.
Now, granted, he's used to playing in the cold, so he has that to his advantage.
But he never played in Lambeau.
That's true. But Michigan and Lambeau are close, right? Like, Green Bay and Michigan are close, right? Geography is definitely not my thing.
I mean, Wisconsin's near Michigan. What you trying to say?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he is used to that kind of cold, like the Cleveland, like the.
So give me your over under win totals if you were, let's just say, betting on the Vikings.
Let me look at the Vikings schedule, and then I can go game by game, because I think they're going to split with you guys. I think they'll get swept by Detroit. They always split with you guys.
Split.
All right, so they'll beat the Giants, they'll lose to the Niners, they'll lose to the Texans, they'll lose to the Packers in Green Bay, they'll beat the Jets, they'll lose to the Lions, they'll lose to the Rams, they'll beat the Colts.
So wait a minute, how do you have them beating us? I mean, splitting with us, but then beating Aaron Rodgers in the Jets?
Because it's at home. I think they lose to you guys in Green Bay, and
it's in London.
Oh, that they put that game in London?
Oh yeah, 6:30 a.m.
That's criminal. Well, now that changes everything. That's criminal. Why would you put a division rival across the pond? Whose idea was that?
What are you talking about? It's Jets versus Vikings. That game.
Oh, I thought you meant Green Bay versus the Vikings was in London.
No.
Oh, I was about to say that's criminal, man.
No.
That's criminal. Yeah, 9:30 a.m. You're right. I'd put their win total over under. If it's at 9.5, I'll take the over. I'll give them 10 wins.
Okay, so you have them being a fringe playoff team. Okay.
Yeah, and I think if you're a Vikings fan, that's all you can ask for.
Okay.
You
listen. I'm going to take the under. I think they're going to stink.
Is this hate because they're a division rival, or are you trying to be
Absolutely.
objective? Okay, no objective.
Absolutely. Now, if I'm being objective, I really have them. If it was at 9, I'd still take the under because I really have them at 8, 7, 8. I think they're going to lose a lot of close games, but um, I still think I think they're going to take them. But as far as JJ McCarthy can take them, and I think that somewhere in that 8, 9 wins, I mean that 7, 8 wins is where I kind of have them. What
Okay.
about with this Jettas deal? What do you think that means for CD Lamb, the Cowboys, Micah Parsons, and Dak Prescott?
Jerry Jones is going to have, and I've said this since last year. Jerry Jones is going to have to shovel out three of the richest contracts in NFL history. He's going to have to shovel out the biggest QB contract in NFL history. He keep messing around and let Jamar Chase get paid next. He's going to have to shell out the highest non QB contract with CD Lamb, and he's going to have to shell out the highest defensive contract ever. Like he's going to be resetting the market 3 times if he don't get his act together.
Jerry, let me talk to you in a language that I know you would understand. Now, Mr. Jones.
Oh no.
Now, Mr. Jones. I reckon that you're sitting down in that nice Texas-sized mansion of yours, maybe surrounded by a few blonde women, pretty blonde women, dressed in blue and white with stars all over them, loyal to the Cowboys. Mr. Jones, here's what I got to say to you. You gonna pay Micah Parsons. I know you are. You should. You recognize that what he does on the defensive end really helps your back end, Pauls. And that would be beneficial to that side of the football team, especially without Dan Quinn calling the defense. Now, Mr. Jones, I know you've been thinking about this one hard. Dak Prescott or his favorite receiver? Mr. Jones. Pay that receiver. And you pay that receiver fast. Mr. Jones, here's what I'm telling you. Mike McCarthy still there? He is. Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy are a package deal. If y'all want new money next year, conference championship bare minimum, Super Bowl is the goal. If we don't get there, you out of here, Mike. And Dak, God bless.
Trey Lance, you better be ready.
Trey Lance? You shit me?
Trey
I ain't getting
Lance.
no damn Trey Lance. They did. Trey Lance, find that clipboard in Jesus. Listen, Shador Sanders.
Oh
Shador
God!
Sanders in Dallas.
Please don't do that to that boy. Lord, don't do
Calling
that
it
to
now.
Shador. Please don't do that to Shador.
He wants to be there. You think about it. Prime time, Shador.
Oh, it'd be
Dallas.
great. Don't get me wrong. It'd be excellent TV.
I'm calling it now.
But I can't cheer for him.
D. Mixtradamus is back.
The
I'm back in better, people. Listen, y'all thought I came to play after vacation? I was in Greece shaking my ass.
Yes, you were.
Nice beaches. Yo, they played Not Like Us at all the functions I was going
No, they didn't.
in Greece.
No,
Yes, they
didn't.
did.
Were
Yes,
non-black
they
people
did.
saying the N-word? Because if there's one thing I've noticed about Not Like Us, there are a whole lot of non-black people very comfortable saying the N-word.
No, they did not. But that was
Okay.
not. We were in Greece and people vacationed to Greece, so there were black people in there who were saying it. So
Oh, that's fine. I'm just saying I've noticed there's a lot of
yeah,
videos going
but
around and
they
a
were not like us.
whole
They were.
lot of people
Listen,
not
that
like
song goes
us.
up. And shout out to the DJs over there that was putting in a little set. Like one DJ who pissed me off, he went from like that to not like us, like back to back. And I was like, oh, what's up? And then he
Wait.
went from that into like some 80s pop. And I can tell you, I was real offended.
Hold on. Like Kelly Rowland and Eve like that?
No, what are you talking about? Future Kendrick and
Oh.
Metro like that to not like us
Oh,
Kendrick Lamar. You
my
get
bad.
this old head. What are we talking about?
My bad. I like that song. That's one I like that song. It's my favorite song.
Nah, they going from that. Come on, brother.
My
Right
bad.
into the. I see dead people, and I was like, oh, it's up.
Okay,
Yo,
that's on me.
You think Drake upset somewhere in his mansion? You know he's sensitive.
100%. He's been upset for a month. We talked over this before you went on vacation. He thought he had a haymaker with Family Matters. And 30 minutes later, we didn't care.
We did not care.
Kyle
What
asked,
about the Niners and Brandon Ayuk?
he not getting
Wait a minute,
anywhere.
hold on. Kyle asked, will Jerry be willing to give Lamb more than Jefferson got?
He ain't got no choice.
I think he does have a choice.
He does not have a choice.
I think he does. Well, actually, here's what I think he'll do, and I'll take away my southern accent. I think they'll get the same amount of money. I think CD's deal will just be longer.
Oh, so his will be 5 for 140 or 5 for 142?
6 for 142. 6 over 142.
He'd be crazy to take that deal.
Why?
Nah, 6 years. 6 years. That's a long contract, man.
All right,
That's
a lot of. But does it matter? Does it matter
contract.
if we front load at least the first 4?
So you talking about doing business like Julio Jones, because that was a Julio Jones special. Sign a 5-year deal, get most of the money years 1, 2, and 3, and in year 4 we holding out for a new deal. That was the Julio Jones method of making money. Maybe I'd listen to that.
I would say maybe 6 over like 142, 143. Then you front load the first 3.5 to 4.
And then you hold out for more.
Or you really, if you're feeling really positive, you take you may load it up in the middle. Pause.
Oh, so big signing bonus, small cap hit year 1, 2, massive cap hit year 3. So that, funny enough, that's how the Eagles do it. So when that big cap hit comes, Howie renegotiates the deal, signing bonus, smaller cap hit, and we just kick the can until that person's gone.
So I think there's ways to get it done. That's what I would do, Kyle. My personal opinion. Kyle also asks, are mansions different sizes in Texas? Kyle, yes they are, and they don't cost as much anywhere else. In his Canadian-sized mansion, no, the embassy is massive. I don't think he's staying there. Not after that cover art. Back to my original question. What do you think this does for the Niners and Brandon Ayuk in that contract?
You tell Brandon Ayuk, subtract $20 million.
Crazy as hell.
You think Brandon's going to get more than that? Because he's not.
No, but 20 is crazy.
Like 3 for 120, or not 3 for 4 for 120.
I'm Brandon Ayuk. I'm looking at Amon-Ra St. Brown's deal and saying I want that deal.
Yes,
make that deal happen, and we out of here.
Correct. I am with you on that. What's Amon-Ra's deal? I forgot his deal. Hold on. $4 years, 120. That's what I said.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Subtract 20. 4 for 120.
Why did I think he was at 130? Okay, well, I stand corrected. Then I'm with you. Subtract 20.
Subtract 20. We got a deal. And if you're
35.3 fully guaranteed, 16.5 signing bonus.
Yep. And then if you're Jamar and CD are just waiting for the other. Because Jamar, I feel like Jamar is going to push that. Whoever is next is going to push it to 143. And the guy who's the last man standing is going to push it to 145.
Who do you think is going to be last man standing, though?
CD.
150?
Nah, it's not going to get to 150. I think we're going to get to a point, and I heard this the other day, and I wanted to ask you about this. I heard someone say that we're going to get to a point where the receiver is going to be like the running back, where we're in a space now where rookie receivers are producing at a high level that teams are going to say, yo, we're not going to pay you. Same with the running backs. We're just going to get a young receiver in the draft and roll the dice there. Wait, Jamar is a year out from an extension? Oh, buddy. Never mind. Thank you, Kyle. But back to what I was saying. Like, what do you think? Because that's a very interesting, because these rookies are coming in and producing at a very high level. I mean, it's a pass friendly league.
Man, I mean it's a tough one because you want to see these receivers get paid, but to your point, that is what ended up happening to the running back position.
Mm-hmm.
A few people got paid and then they fell off, and then it was almost like, do we need to pay this much when these young running backs come in and produce just as much? I think there is though difference between that running back and that you know wide receivers. You do have the interdependence on the quarterback too, which is
Mm-hmm.
why I think another reason why um they will end up capping this at something. I don't think we're far removed. I don't think it'll get. I think maybe we get to like 146 and 145, 146, and I think that's when we may start slowing down and seeing some teams. We'll probably see the first Le'Veon Bell deal.
I think we might. I think 150 might be the tipping point because if Chase is next year, so I think CD will get between 144 and 146, and then next year, like Kyle said in the chat, the cap will go up, and I think Jamar might be pushing for 150. And once we start
Yo,
paying wide
your receiver
receivers at
come asking
150, say what? I'm
your
sorry.
receiver come asking you that you need that he looking for 150 million, and he played for the Cincinnati Bengals, a team that's maybe not historically known for spending money like that. What do you think's about to happen?
I'm intrigued to find out because Jamar said, "Hey, yo, dog, we went to the Super Bowl. Was it his rookie year? Wasn't that his rookie year? He went to the Super Bowl,
It, it was
and
my
it's not his fault they haven't
I,
made it back. It's
I
usually
remember his
Joe
rookie
Joe
year.
getting hurt. Like Jamar was hurt last year, I believe, but most of the time it's
Joe was
Joe
hurt
who's
last
not.
year.
Yeah, it's usually Joe who's not available, not Jamar. So you can't use
And
that
y'all
against
paid
them.
Joe.
You paid Joe. You ain't had no choice. You ain't got no choice now. Money funny, man. You
If
think
I was
Trevor
the Bengals, I'd hurry up and get that deal done because that family don't like to spend money.
No, they don't. Shout out to Howie for signing Devontae and AJ already.
Shout out to him. Um,
Oh, Kyle said the Bengals would pick up.
Trevor Lawrence is looking for a new deal. Do you pay Trevor Lawrence?
Hell yeah, you paid Trevor Lawrence Jacksonville. He's the best thing you've had since David Garrard. What are you talking about? Yes.
You gonna pick him?
I think that's easy. Yes, pay Trevor Lawrence. I don't know if you pay him top 5 money. I don't think you pay him top 3 money. And I think that's where it gets interesting because he's going to want top 3. And I think the Jaguars can say, buddy, no.
Trevor ain't no damn way Trevor Lawrence gonna come in there asking for top 3 QB in the league money.
You don't think so?
No.
Shit. Then his agent is doing him a disservice.
Yo, if I'm Jaguars, I'm saying, listen, brother, we can put you in that top 10, but we need you to recognize you turned the ball over a ton.
Okay.
A ton.
Yeah, here we go. So right now, come on, all these ads. So yeah, Joe Burrow averages 55 million a year. And where is? Oh wow, I didn't realize.
Do you really think Trevor Lawrence? Go ahead.
I think Trevor Lawrence will ask for 50 million a year. I think that's where they end, but I think he'll come in asking for a
Jacksonville, you are out of your damn mind.
We say that, but the question is, what's the better alternative? What's the better alternative?
Somewhere in that 46 to 48 range.
Yeah, so Deshaun Watson, Kyler Murray money.
Yes.
I'm thinking Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts makes 51 a year. If I'm Trevor, it's hard to make that case because Jalen's been to the playoffs and to the Super Bowl, but I would say I am more productive than Jalen. Like 50 million, I feel like feels right for Trevor.
No, it doesn't. That feels like, yo, Mr. Khan's not paying that money.
He ain't got no choice. So you think he should? So Kyler Murray.
Listen,
So
Trevor
Deshaun
Lawrence
makes.
will be Trevor Lawrence will be a Las Vegas Raider before he's a Jacksonville Jaguar making $50 million a year.
So Kirk Cousins makes
I'll stand on
45.
that.
Deshaun makes 46.1. So you're thinking that range.
Come on, man. Yes. Come on, man. Come
See,
on.
but Kyle makes a
Kyle,
point. Trevor Lawrence has won a playoff game. Kyle Watson and Kyler have
Deshaun
not.
Watson has too. Deshaun Watson has too.
We count stuff from the first Obama administration. I think 40.
Why are you acting like he was not? Stop it. He won a championship at Clemson in 2016. He was playing 2017.
That was 8 years ago.
No, stop it. He was with the Texans. He won a playoff game.
Research.
He won a playoff game.
So you're thinking 47 and 50 million a year. Because that's more than Kyler. That's more than Kyler, but less than Jordan.
He's 1-2 in the playoffs.
I can live with that. Like if he came with 50 million, all right, man, we can do that. Because the cap's going to go up. Like in 2 years, that'll be a steal. Not even. In a year, it'll be a steal.
He's not worth getting a steal. Yo, the brother turns the ball over a lot.
I know he does. I'm just saying.
Since that AFC Championship game, it's went downhill from there. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, I'm not here capping for no Trevor Lawrence or Deshaun.
Well, can you cap for your fantasy football teams? How are they doing? And any movement in any of your leagues, your dynasty leagues?
Nah, we chilling right now. We chilling.
I inherited an orphan.
Okay. Let's talk about the orphan team. Is it dynasty?
Yeah, it's 12-team PPR dynasty. Basically, like the rest of my 12-team dynasty leagues.
Okay.
Free agent-based waivers. I'll read you the team. Jared Goff, Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, Cooper Kupp, Hollywood Brown, Dalton Kincaid, DeAndre Swift, Deontay Johnson, Austin Eckler, and my super flex is Matthew Stafford. Some notable names on my bench. Bryce Young, Dylan Johnson, the rookie running back at that's playing for the Titans. Javon Baker, rookie wide receiver for the Patriots. We got OBJ. We got Robert Woods, Zach Ertz, Cade Otton, Isaiah Likely, Chikwe Okonwu.
Sounds like a decent foundation, but you got some work to do.
Where do you think I got some work to do? Wide receiver?
Yeah, wide receiver.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because it was a Hollywood Brown and who was the other ace?
Cooper Kupp and Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, you got some work to do. Right? What kind of draft capital do you have?
Well, whoever had the team before me, he must have traded away a lot of picks. I had one pick this year, and that was in the 3rd round. That was Javon Baker.
Oh, so you taking over Bam's team, or a team that has Bam's philosophy?
Yeah, but in 2025, I mean, they must have just loaded up on. They must have really went in for it last year and loaded up on draft picks for this upcoming year because I got one first, 2 seconds, a third, a fourth.
Okay.
So I got a little bit of draft capital this upcoming draft, but. Honestly, I'm looking at the team and I see it as a fringe playoff team. You know, maybe some of these running backs overperform. I might be in a good position, but I think it's a fringe playoff team. And I'm going to be looking at wide receivers and honestly quarterbacks. In this upcoming draft for this one, these running backs on this team. I mean, when I inherited the team, first person I put on the trade block was Austin Eckler. I was trying to get him the fuck off my team. Still am.
Fair.
Other than that, it's pretty chill. That other league that I'm in, that I have with Bam, I actually start the season playing Bam, so I'm really excited to see that one. They currently have me projected to beat him by 24.
Jesus.
But we'll see. Hey, I told you it's not a bad team. I told you that was a team that they came in here and Yeah, that team's not bad, but we'll see. We will see. All right, Danny, I know this has been the part of the show you've been waiting to talk about this. Ladies and gentlemen, the NBA Finals is here, and I was watching NBA basketball while in Greece. So shout out to the NBA for being a narcotic I can't put down. Um, Danny, the NBA Finals this year, we have the Dallas Mavericks, the fifth seed
Yes,
in the
sir.
West, the Western Conference champions, versus the number one seed in these playoffs, the Eastern Conference champion, Boston Celtics. Ooh, game one on Thursday to kick this bad boy off in Boston. Danny, I feel like I know who you're picking in this series. I feel like you're pretty confident that the Mavs will win it. So tell me, how long does the series go? Where do you think the upper hand lies in some matchups? And if you have a thought, who do you think is the Finals MVP?
So I got the Mavs in 6. But I think Boston will win Thursday night, and it's going to be big, like double digits. Like they're going to be shooting the three, they're going to be playing defense, and people are going to wake up Friday, and it's going to be a sweep. And Boston is historic, and then Luka's going to say game on, and we're going to see Big Luka show out in game 2. He's going to be the Finals MVP. The matchup I'm looking forward to is how Boston can throw Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown at Luka. They can double Luka and feel confident that Derek White or Drew Holiday or whoever can take Kyrie 1-on-1. So, like I'm really excited to see how that turns out. And can PJ Washington continue shooting the corner three that way, the way he has? I think the bigs are a wash. I think Derek Lively can stay with Al Horford on the 3-point line, and he's quick enough to recover if someone comes to the paint. If Al Horford beats you shooting threes, and damn it, it's just not for you. Like I can live with that. I think Gafford protects the rim a lot better than he gets credit for. I know Porzingis is back, and I know people talk about Porzingis as like a rim protector. I don't think he's as good as a rim protector as people make him out to be. Like, yes, he's like he makes you think twice, but I don't think that's going to stop Luka or Kyrie from going into the paint. Like if Kristaps has 6 blocks, then again, it's just his night. But for me, the thing I'm looking forward to, how does Boston try to stop Luka? You can't, but how do you make life hard on him? And Boston can legit throw 4 people at Luka at any given time, or you can double Luka with 2 elite defenders and make either Kyrie Irving beat Drew Holiday or Derek White 101, or PJ Washington. If you hit again, if you're Boston, if PJ hits 6 threes, it just wasn't our night.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. Before you started talking and breaking down some of these matchups, I really just had an instinctual Dallas and 7 feeling. But man, the more matchups you called out, I said, man, this might not be so sweet for Dallas.
Yeah, like that. Like I am very, because Boston hits numerically speaking, Boston's one of the best teams ever. Like one of the best teams statistically ever to play basketball. But still, no one cares because they really haven't been challenged. That's the thing for me for Boston. Like, what happens if Luka comes out Thursday night and has a 20-point quarter like he did against the Timberwolves? Like, how do you respond to that? Like, you barely beat the Pacers without Tyrese Halliburton, and I think Boston has this tendency to play down, which means they play up when they play a good team. So I'm just intrigued to see. Like I said, I think they win game 1 double digits. Let's see what Sunday night looks like.
I think it's Boston in 5 now.
Okay.
I think it's Boston in 5. But I think it's going to be tied at 3 games. No, I think it's going to be tied at after 2 games, and then Boston's going to win 3 nasty, ugly games in a row.
For me, the reason I'm picking the Mavericks is if it's a close game, like I know what Luka and Kyrie can do. I don't know what Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown can do. Like Jason Tatum struggled against Indiana in the clutch. Like
I want the Mavs to win though, but I am going to pick Boston.
Like, do you think Jaylen Brown can bail them out again like he did in Indiana? Like, is that what you're relying on? And that's not disrespectful.
Maybe they're relying on a random 30-point Derek White night.
And
maybe 20 and 20 from Derek White and Drew Holiday. Maybe they got 28 from Brown, and Tatum only gave him 15.
If that's your strategy, you've already lost. Like if I can't go in and say, dog, Tatum, you need to average 30, Jaylen, you need to average 25, you already lost. Because you know what Luka and Kyrie are saying? we got to get 30 each. And you know what they're going to do? Get 30 each.
But they got some good defenders on the other side, though.
They do. And that's,
And
again,
they can really put Derek White on Kyrie, which I think is what they're going to do. They're going to put Derek White on Kyrie. They're going to put Drew Holiday on Luka.
I agree, but I would not do that. Like,
and then I think they're going to just. I think from there, I think those two will take those two 1-on-1, and I think they'll just shift JB and Tatum towards whoever has the hot hand. They'll just rotate the defense to them for like the double, and then they'll just have Porzingis and/or Al Horford just. You know what I mean, I think they're going to shy off. I think they're going to play that if the bigs are not missing like they did versus the Timberwolves, then I think Boston will live. I think they'll be okay losing the game that way.
So you think Boston would trade 3 for 2? We'll give you all the lobs on earth, but we're going to hit our threes, and at the end of the night, we're going to be up. I can understand that strategy. I would put Derek White on Kyrie and shade Porzingis to that side of the floor to help Kyrie, and then I would put Drew on Kyrie because Drew is a little bit bigger and can give Kyrie a little bit more resistance going to the lane, shade Porzingis that way, and then I put Derek White on Luka with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown waiting behind him. Because Luka would try to back Derek White down, but then you have Jaylen and Jason like right there. Like that's what that's what I'm interested in seeing. Like, what do you do to stop Luka?
What happened when the Mavericks and the Celtics played this year?
I don't think PJ Washington played in those games. Let's see. Yeah. Oh no, they played March 1st in Boston. Oh yeah. So they played in January. The Celtics won by 9, and then they played March 1st, and the Celtics won by 28. But this is the finals. This is a different beast, man. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying Jason Tatum shrinks.
Your biggest advantage may be Jason Kidd figuring out the game plan before Joe Mazzulla maybe figures out the game plan.
And I have 77.
Listen, Jason Tatum, one could say, is just as good as Luka Doncic.
I'm not one of those people. You can. I won't say that.
He's not head and shoulders that much better than him. Even if you do think Luka is better, Jason Tatum's not really.
Oh yeah, like Jason Tatum's in the ballpark. Yeah, I'm not saying Jason Tatum is a scrub.
Good.
I'm not saying Jason Tatum is a scrub. But for me, it's like you saw what Luka did to the Timberwolves last Thursday. Do you think Jason Tatum has that in him? Like Luka came out and scored 20 in the first quarter and told the crowd, "Who's crying now, motherfucker?" Like, do you think Jason got that in him? Because I don't.
I think he does.
We've never seen it.
We gonna see it.
And we know how much Luka loves playing on the road.
I want the Mavericks to win. I do, because I would like to see Kyrie get another one. But I think the Celtics just they're a solid lineup, man.
Man. Like historically,
and they didn't freak off for nothing. Y'all had the same team.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm also interested in the bench play. Because I feel like Boston relies heavily on their starting 5. I haven't watched a lot of Celtics basketball, so I don't know who comes off the bench for the Celtics.
Starting 5 plus, Al Horford, the Peyton Pritchards of the world. They got some guys. It's a good team. So I have Jason Tatum actually being Finals MVP. Jason Tatum or Drew Holiday, by the way.
I can, yeah, like their bench, Sam Hauser. Yeah, man.
Sam Hauser. He'll be a name from 3 that you'll get annoyed about.
Yeah, but like I'll take the Mavericks bench. Like the Mavericks run deep.
What about this WNBA season? What's your thoughts on some of the commentary around some of these harder fouls and whatnot that some of these younger players have been receiving? Even though we kind of anticipated this being a little bit of,
I think just watch the basketball, man. Like this isn't a think piece. Angel Reese is going through the same thing, like the same fouls Caitlin's going through. The Sky played the Liberty, was it last week? And they're running down the floor, and John Quell just legit just pushes Angel in the back. Like Angel was in her way. She threw her to the ground. Angel Reese got clotheslined by Alyssa Thomas last week. Like, it's
but
just.
My thing, Okay, but it just be out the blue with some of these. I just be like, oh, but what did she do? Like, what did she say to make her so mad?
Yeah, so that Caitlin Clark hip check. If you watch a couple plays forward, like they were jawing back and forth, and I think Caitlin called her a bitch, and it's not out of the realm of possibility because Caitlin likes to talk, which is fine, man. That's fine. That's what we want. We want our basketball players to talk shit. We want our basketball players to not like each other.
If y'all wanted this damn attention on that sport, you got to take the commentary that comes with it. And sometimes some people who don't know shit about basketball, or guess what are they gonna do? They gonna talk basketball about some shit they have nothing about.
Yep, just like NBA. But yeah,
hey,
it's
Monica McNutt. You got at Stephen A. That was funny.
I'm surprised she was allowed on First Take this morning. I thought that was it.
They weren't gonna kick off after that. They can't.
Stay, man. Stephen A. got Max Kellerman fired for trying him too much.
Yeah, Stephen A. Listen, he ain't gonna get no black woman fired. He don't want to. He want to help out people.
That's true. That's true. But enjoy the games, man. Like I'm glad
enjoy
people
the damn
watching.
Games. Fools.
Yo, you watching the Sparks?
Oh, listen, Cameron
Brink. She top 3 in the league in blocks. Like we talking about potential defensive player of the year as a rookie.
Nice. I think the Sparks are still figuring out they're not there record wise, but
they're fun to watch, man. You know who else is fun? Atlanta. Oh yeah, Atlanta area powers and Jackie Young got into it the other night. They was talking to each other. Like for people, like that's the game, dog. Like that's especially in the WNBA. Like they talk shit to each other. There might be some hard fouls. Like Candace Parker got jumped when she was a rookie. Like they beat her ass in Detroit. Like it's just the game. It's fine.
Hey, let them girls fight.
Let them fight. Let the girlies fight, man. It's fine. And tonight,
Sparks at the damn bottom of the standings.
But we didn't expect the Sparks to, like, if the Sparks are flirting with playoff contention after the Olympics, that's a win. They are extremely young. Rickea Jackson is going to be a top scorer in this league, like in 2 years. Like you guys are fine. Like just keep hooping. Mm-hmm. You're okay.
Yeah. Freaking the Sun are
they're undefeated. They're playing right now. They're smoking Washington right now.
Smoking hot fire. Also smoking hot fire. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say tonight, Skylar Diggins-Smith plays Phoenix for the first time since she left. Her and Diana Taurasi, there's a lot of beef between them, so they might fight tonight. Like it's fine. Like it's okay.
There we go. You know, girls, they be getting feisty.
Let them fight. It's fine.
Speaking of letting them fight, the NHL Stanley Cup final is set. Oilers and Panthers. Surprised the Bruins actually didn't make it. I guess they got knocked out a few rounds ago. But Oilers and Panthers should be lit. Kyle, I know you're looking forward to it. I'll be tuned in. I'll be tuned in for this one. I'll be tuned in.
When does it start?
You buying college football 25?
Well, hold on. When did the NHL playoffs start? I mean, the finals.
Sometime this week.
Okay.
It's either.
I hope it's not Thursday.
It's Saturday. Yeah, it's Saturday.
Okay. And then NCAA 25. So I don't have a gaming console. I have a PS4. I want a PS5, and I'm very tempted because
go do it.
NCAA, man, we talking about building programs. I wish they brought back the mascot game. I thoroughly used to enjoy the mascot game. You remember the mascot?
No, I was playing I was building my character. Listen.
Man. The mascot game was fun.
After I made the greatest QB ever at Texas A&M, I then had to become, I then had to become a coach, and I really took over Arizona State, Texas A&M, and Virginia Tech, obviously, and really went there and just won championship on championship on championship on championship on championship.
Like there's something about building Old Dominion so they can beat Alabama in the national championship game that just gets me going.
Okay, go ahead and get that PS5 so that way Virginia Tech can play Old Dominion. I can show you how we really get down.
Oh, because the last time they played, Virginia Tech lost. Am I not? No, y'all won last time because it was in Blacksburg.
The last time we came out to Old Dominion, it was not fun. It was one of the most hilarious games I ever watched in my fucking life.
We eat turkeys all year, baby.
Pause. So many pauses. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes when somebody's doing this thing called watching of the pockets, you know what you gotta do. You just tell them, hey, Hey, Kyle says the NHL will not schedule finals games on the same night as NBA finals. They're smart. Ladies and gentlemen,
Good.
yo, Conor McGregor. I just saw Conor McGregor. Stop ducking him. Fight him. I see what you're doing. You okay, Conor? Fight him.
No. D, where can the people find you?
Ladies and gentlemen, you can find me on Twitch, on Instagram, on X, at Los D Mix, on SoundCloud as well. I probably want to start streaming some DJ sets at home. Some of these practice sessions back on Twitch. I gotta try that again. Maybe I might
That's a
use
good
this
idea.
camera if it works. Danny, what about you? Where can people find you?
First of all, you can find the pod on _pod on Twitter, Instagram. Don't forget, it's the off season. Things might be a little bit slow for us, so send us your emails. speakonthepod14@gmail.com, and you can always tweet me at DannyOcean41. I think you and I are going to be going strong now for a little while. I don't have anything planned. I don't think you have anything planned, so we should be back to a weekly basis. But it's the summertime, so if one Tuesday D calls and says, "Yo, I'm gonna go take a cruise," I'm gonna take a cruise. If I want to take my lady out to get some drinks, I'm gonna take my lady out to get drinks. So follow the Twitter. We update it all the time with what we're doing for the week, and we'll catch you next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you just gotta take a ride in a new car and just let people know I get around.
Hey,
thank you to everyone who showed up, and to anyone who didn't show up, that's okay. Thank you for listening. And to anyone that's hating, we appreciate you too. Sometimes you need that hate. Sometimes you gotta let that hate out. Cat Williams tried to tell you earlier this year the hate was needed, and all we've done is got nothing but rap beefs, international beefs, country beefs. Free Palestine.
Yep, forever and ever. Peace.